Are you a student preparing for an exam? Having problems with your grades and study habits? In this video, I will share to you my personal study tips that help me pass my exams and achieve even more. Before we proceed, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for upcoming videos. Going back to my high school and college days, I too had problems in dealing with my study habits. Knowing myself before, I would often just procrastinate, watch TV, or just play games, or even just skip class. If I would describe myself, I would be the last minute or the crammer kind of student. So I never really put in that much effort in studying. What happened to my grades? Well, let's just say my mom wasn't quite happy about it. Well, it was also that time that I realized one thing that changed my perspective. I noticed that all the smart people tend to group themselves together, and almost all of them end up having the same grades, which leads us to my first tip. Be friends with the smartest people around. There's a saying, birds of the same feather flock together. I believe that just the mere presence of a smart person will help you push yourself even more. You can also try to ask for tips on how to study effectively. Probably it'll give you some kind of motivation to study when you're with these people. You'll probably lose that motivation whenever you're presented with even bigger study loads. And you'll most likely procrastinate. In order to avoid this lazy trap, I'll tell you one little secret of mine that helped me during my college days and avoid cramming. It's the secret of little goals. As what Mark Manson has said in his book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F***. Action isn't just the effect of motivation, it's also the cause of it, the do something principle. It's setting little and simple goals every day that helps you gain that momentum. For example, during PT school, whenever I have to prepare for an upcoming 10-chapter exam, I set little daily goals in order to prepare me for that exam. I make sure that I'll be able to read one chapter a day. I reward myself after I read one chapter. Don't need extravagant rewards. Just simple things like ice cream or even a cup of coffee. The science behind this is really simple. It's what we call the snowball effect. Little goals that accumulate every day can lead to massive results. Let's go ahead with my third study tip. Learn how you learn. It just means you have to figure out your effective studying style. There are different categories as to how a person learns. We can abbreviate it into VARK. V-A-R-K. Visual learners learn best using images, charts, and graphs. Auditory learners, however, learn best during lectures and discussions. They can process information through talking. Reading or writing learn best by writing notes and reading assignments. Kinesthetic learners learn best through tactile processes and process information through recreating and practicing. Now, most people are combinations of two or more learning styles. I myself am a combination of three learning styles. Let's go ahead with my fourth tip. My fourth tip would be to find your perfect environment in studying. Now, what do I mean by this? It would be the ideal environment that is optimum to your learning. Ideally, it would be a quiet environment with no distractions at all. However, studies have shown that people have different preferences when they study. Some would prefer studying in a clean desk. Some would prefer a messy desk. Some would be comfortable with a group study, while some would prefer studying alone. Some can even study during a concert. Crazy, right? It's also ideal to find the perfect time of the day for studying. It's either you're going to study late in the evening, or early in the morning, or somewhere in between. Just make sure you have adequate rest and sleep. Now imagine you're an archer. Normally, archers would aim for the bullseye, right? Now this time, change the bullseye into your target grade. Now let's proceed with my fifth tip. Aim for the bullseye. Every day, archers would practice in order to hit their bullseye. That should be the same when you're studying for an important exam. It could be your licensure exam, an entrance exam, or your final exam. When you're aiming for your bullseye, you would need to put in the work in order to achieve it. Even when you won't hit your bullseye, most likely you'll hit somewhere near it, and that itself is already an achievement. My final tip would be to teach what you know, or simply tutor. When I was still studying, I had a friend, let's name him Juan, that needed help in a simple physiology and physics exam. I myself wasn't an expert in physiology during that time, so I decided to study more about it and explain it to Juan. In the end, both Juan and I got high marks for that exam. Here are some benefits of tutoring. Tutoring provides reinforcement of concepts. Tutoring enhances one's confidence. Tutoring develops soft skills and body language. Gives opportunity to earn extra income. Ability to help your peers and classmates. There's a quote saying, "Happy is the person who comes to understand something and then gets to explain it." Okay, so let's summarize all my personal study tips. Number 1. Be friends with the smartest people in class. Number 2. Set little goals. Number 3. Learn how you learn. Number 4. Find your spot. Number 5. Aim for the bullseye. Number 6. Teach what you know. So you've heard my personal study tips and habits, and hopefully you have learned from my previous experiences. Now, I want to know what's your study habits. Drop a comment down below and share it. Thank you very much for watching. Give a thumbs up if you like this video and share this to your classmates and friends. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit that notification bell. See you on the next video.